Hi, welcome guys. Today is the 777 portal, and I thought it would be a good idea to do some messages, some good things that are coming to all of us on this auspicious day, and this kind of auspicious time and whole week with the full moon in Capricorn. I'm going to pull some messages in general for blessings that are coming, and but I will ask for timeless messages based on the energy of today. So I hope that whenever you find them, that there is something here that resonates and is important for you to hear. Okay, so let's start. So we'll do general, like we'll drill down from general messages down to specifically if anything shows up in love, because I know most of the people here come for love readings, but we'll look for any and all blessings. So this will be a collective for whoever finds this, spirit guides, angels, ancestors, anyone who comes across this read. Whether it be today or another day, please give us the messages that we need to hear for our highest day. Okay. So I'm going to read it in a slightly different style than I usually do. So we have rejuvenating rain, clear the past, heal the present, take action with passion, courage, vistas, expanding your horizon, and lie back and rest. Miracles at the bottom of the deck. So again, on this kind of prosperous portal that we have here, we're seeing messages from spirit about things getting better, which is also kind of something I put into the description for this read, which is why I was called to come and give this read, even after a really long time, which is about we're kind of moving into a new phase, although things are very tumultuous. And I know a lot of people are talking about Gemini going, or Uranus going to Gemini, or vice versa. The thing is, there's a turning point, and the turning point is for us to make it better. We can do that by being present in the current time, like mindfulness, as kind of people talk about. And it's going to be a balance between not doing too much and also not doing nothing. So the thing is that what's going to guide you here is what your heart feels, what your desire is, what your passion is, what you feel called to do. Don't, at this moment in time, don't try to work against what you feel that you have to do or something like that. I mean, only if you feel that you have to do it because you are called from within to do it, then of course do it. But this is a time to like look inwards, find your intuition, find your center, and see the overall vast landscape that unfolds in front of you from that, and to use that as a way to chart your path. And you should feel at peace as you exist in this time, and based on the steps that you take moving forward in whatever, and just in life in general, in school and career and love, whatever. So it's not that you're not going to do anything, but you should feel restful and relaxed as you do it. You shouldn't feel like it's a chore because you want to do it. You want to feel passion. You want to feel like this is something I want. It will, though, it could involve stepping outside of your comfort zone, but in a way that is something that you want it to be. Like you're going to expand your horizons in a way that's something you've wanted to do. Like if you've, just a simple example, if you want to take an art class, you might do that if you haven't done that before, but it's only because you want to, not because it makes you uncomfortable to do it. It's more something you've just wanted to do, and you've found reasons that you can't do it. Let's see what else the spirit has, spirit guides, angels, ancestors for those of us. I mean, it's for the 7/7 portal. And since this is also kind of a special time for manifestation, these messages are going to be important for everyone who's kind of trying to be on that journey of centering themselves in their own story and manifesting. Yes. Okay. Heart, guardian, love, and let yourself be loved. The Earth guardian. We have two guardians. Oh, that's neat. And stag and winter. The stag says trust and thrive, and the winter take care of your needs. Again, that's speaking to, I can't remember which one we just said. But again, be true to yourself at this point. Certainly, I mean, if you have responsibilities or you have to take care of people in your life, or there's certain, roles or actions that you have to do to survive or to keep your loved ones safe, of course you're going to do them. But make sure that it's centered with and aligned. Thank you, Spirit. Aligned with your true self. Make sure that you are trusting yourself more than anyone else. If you feel like you're having to ask people for their opinion, you're wanting to get more information, by all means, get more information. It helps you align with yourself. You want to stay grounded. You don't want to let anything make you feel like up in the air in a bad way. Like, of course, you want to dream and think about the bigger picture, but rooted to what you believe to be true. Again, following your heart, following your passion, following what you want. Sometimes, I've actually, think people might be like, oh, well, I don't really feel passionate about anything right now, or the thing I feel passionate about is just so out there. This is just about like what puts a smile on your face? Like, is it talking to a certain friend? Is it going for certain work? Is it volunteering for some group? I don't know. Is it watching a TV show? Whatever it is. It's just something that makes you feel love. And in that sense, that sometimes we're walking around, and it can get kind of negative. You're seeing people or situations and you're kind of sad all the time. So what are the things you can do? And not just self-centered, so not in a selfish way, but makes you see the love everywhere around you, like whether that's in nature and the trees and the flowers and people around you. I don't know, like at the movie theater or wherever you may be, that type of thing. So what we'll do from here is I'm going to pull some tarot. And for the tarot, I'll speak about it with reference to these overall messages, but also with specifics to any love issues. So I'm going to actually pull a couple of love oracles, keeping in mind the general message we have. It's also possible that, so as we switch to things about whether it be love or opportunities or something you're interested in, like, I don't know, an internship or something like that, there is something that is either coming towards you or something that you have tried to go towards. If there is a delay or if it hasn't panned out exactly the way you want, one is that it could be a delay and something could be coming still. So anything you've been putting effort into up until now, not just dreaming about, but actually putting effort into, something from that may show up now or later in the year. It might not exactly be that thing itself, but something related to the effort you're putting in now. I'm just getting one more thing, guys. One second. It's also asking you to be observant, again, with opportunities or people or things you're trying to manifest or accomplish. Be observant, be observant. So if you've put some effort into something and you're waiting for it, or it's not exactly what you wanted, or there's been some issues, take care and like being observant and watching for the thing you want, or looking for another way to get what you want, or another way to get something else that you hadn't thought about wanting. Ooh, if that makes sense. And if you are receiving what you want, it's just about being very present and mindful of that as that's happening. And you'll know that through the alignment. It's possible that, again, I'm getting that delayed message. So something is potentially being someone or something is being delayed. But it's something you've dreamed out before. It's a picture that you've had, some imagination that you've had. So the thing that's been delayed, or the thing that you are planning for, or if you maybe are manifesting at this time now, that might be coming a little bit later in the year, closer to the winter or autumn, or even actually for some cases, the big prize, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Winter. No, I was about to say spring, but then they took spring away. Okay. Also look out for white feathers or green feathers. Spirit guides, ancestors. Perfume. I'm just going to start. So I've been scrying a lot more. I don't have that here right now, but I'm just going to say the things that are coming out in the messages. What about perfume? I don't know if it's perfume, if it's that it's just the idea of an aroma or a scent that's coming. I do my best to try to decipher the symbols and images that are that we're receiving, but you know, you will know best how to take them. So these are just ways that I'm trying to interpret it. Yeah, so I don't know if it's a general idea of like something that's in the air, or if it's like something that's been given to you, that's perfume or an amulet, or I keep saying perfume. I want to say jewelry, but I keep feeling perfume. What about it could also be that in manifestation right now, like, you know, candles or scents or flowers or something like that are important. It also could be that if you want to leave a lasting, okay, this is a very specific message I made, imprint, is that, you know, that if you have a specific scent or a specific, you know, kind of perfume or something that's specific to you, maybe a little picture, a little something to that, like you have a calling card and you can leave that with someone. Oh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. So they just gave me a better example. Like they're like, oh, say if you are really good at making friendship bracelets, or you're really good at baking cookies, like that's something that associates with you, that you have like a trademark, and that trademark is going to have an impact on someone, or it already has had an impact on someone, or it could be used to make an impact on someone. Jewelry, yeah. Okay, so spirit guides with ancestors who are hosted. Messages from the 7/7 portal regarding love. Regarding love. What are some messages regarding love? Is there anything else? Okay, they want me to look at this. Okay, again, there's something about a journey, waiting, time, something about time. Not, yeah, something that's so, okay. Okay, thank you, Spirit. No, I see the overall. One more. Is there one more, Spirit? One more? This deck. One more, Spirit. No more? Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. Is there one more? No. Okay. That deck didn't want to come out. Okay, so instead of reading that specifically, what the message that I'm getting is that, again, it goes back to this thing, and this applies to love specifically as well, that something is in the works. So something you've been hoping for, dreaming for, manifesting for, or wanting is out in the universe. So you need to keep up your affirmations, or whatever it is you're doing, or your beliefs, or you hope you don't want to, if there's a period, or there's a period where nothing's happening, or you don't feel satisfied, that's fine. If you need to feel unsatisfied, go ahead. But don't look at this as a sign to give up. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So the thing is, something is still on its way, basically. Like there is still a package and something's still on its way. It's just not here. I want to normally kind of say, oh, it's been delayed, but they're kind of pulling me back from saying that word, but it's kind of what's coming to me. It's something that's maybe, again, that you're hoping for or expecting was sooner than later, but it's still later. So keep up, like do the like, so I'm imagining, say if it was like a job you wanted or something. This could also, I mean, these cards are related to love as well now, but, or a person, that don't throw your hands up in the air and be like, oh, this isn't going to happen, I'm going to go in a different direction. I mean, never wait for anyone or anything. Never stay stagnant. It's best to keep moving your life, but don't think this is a sign to throw all that effort you've put into something away. It might transform. It might change. Okay, they're calling me to use tarot before I get to transformation. Okay, thank you, Spirit. Like, pull some tarot. Spirit guides, angels, ancestors. For anyone seeing this message regarding the messages you've given us thus far, to clarify them. So I'm going to thank you. Okay. I'm not really going to do reversals today, but I will make note of it. Okay. So I was saying that not to let it be, this one was here, not to think it's not a sign. And that's when they stopped me and asked me to pull tarot. So let me go back to what that was about. So there's still something about time. There is something about time, and this is not, the time is still to come, because it's possible that someone or something is just not, if it involves someone else or some other thing, that they're not exactly in the best energy yet. So you can always go ahead and do whatever you need to do. And if it's meant for you, it won't pass you by. So even if you did something now and it kind of went sideways, that opportunity will come back around again if it's meant for you. However, there is some indication that if there is something that hasn't come about yet, it's because this is where it's the good things that are coming in the 7-7 portal, is that things you are being, I don't want to say protected, but you're being kept away from like the mayhem of something else. I'm just going to see the sign thing. I'll come back to the sign thing because I'm going to pull an oracle at the end, but I'll read through these cards first. So again, if this is like a person or a thing, I'm going to speak kind of in relation to love, but it can be whatever it needs to be. It could be a family member or someone else that you care about, or like an opportunity you really care about. But it seems, again, something hasn't been decided yet, or something is still, there's some details that need to be worked out, but it's kind of like all this energy is like in the middle, like one foot in, one foot out, but nothing's really over and nothing's really started. So that kind of thing. However, the person you're thinking about, or the opportunity you're interested in, or the situation itself, it's not because of you. You are seen like in a light of completeness. People are appreciating what you're bringing to the table, what you have to offer, and what you be. They also, if this is someone in particular, they do see you as someone who has things under control. I'm just getting a hit that, oh, okay. Sorry. Okay, you have things under, okay, right. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So for some of you, because obviously this message is going to go out to a few people, for some of you, you have the impression, or you're giving the impression that everything's under control, but you might not feel that way. And so that can sometimes be a little bit of a bummer when that happens, like personally, because, like you're putting on a brave face or something. But that's for those of you. But regardless, the point is that if you're worried if anyone's seeing that, or if it's like you don't want someone to see that, and I mean, it's fine to show your vulnerability, but if you don't, they see you as you're someone with potential and who has it together, and someone that they trust. Okay, thank you for trust, Spirit. Okay, so trust. And so again, it's about trusting yourself because others trust you. There is one energy coming up here. So I do see an energy where, for those of you specifically thinking about somebody, or interested in someone, or wondering about someone, that you're both in each other's energy. So if you're still feeling that pull, there's a reason for it, because this is being clarified by that same card here. That's still there. So here's a specific message. This isn't exactly what I was hoping for this reading, but there's a specific message. For some of you, there's this kind of message of someone who you have feelings for. It would be some kind of a reciprocal situation. So it's not someone you're not that you're not interested in. It would be someone that you're interested in, that they too have emotions for you, but there might be other things going on in their life. For some of them, they can be preoccupied by some other thing, or like work or another person or another responsibility. Like some people might have, a child or something. Actually, I don't see the child. 1 second. I know that would be for a few people, but it just came out. So I say, okay, no. So it could just, the potential of something like that, something related to family. So it could just be like responsibilities with family and something. It doesn't have to be a child. But something like that's going on. And it's, they really need to focus on this other thing. And they're in an energy that's different than the energy you would have been used to when you interacted with them. And I'm not sure if that's why they're staying away or if that's why spirit's keeping the energy in a way where it's not moving it forward to where you might want it to be right now. Something's still having to get in alignment again. There could be a period of feeling like, oh, well, there's so many ways that this could go still. Oh, too many. Oh, there's one message that I'm getting, but I want the cards to confirm it before I say it. Going back to, there's still going to be this period of where it's going to feel like there's a lot of options ahead of you or a lot of paths. Again, they're going to be somehow related to the main thing that's on your mind right now, or the main person that's on your mind, or the main desire or energy. So even though it might not be exactly that, it's going to be somehow related to that. Like, so for example, if you're thinking about a person in particular and it's not really exactly how you want it to be right now, there could be something else within the vista, to go back to this card, which is related to the idea of that person or to love in general, or to your own feelings or hopes for love. And there is a bit of this tug and war between going on your own path while keeping this path open to this other thing you wanted, and feeling like it's diverging, although we're not seeing like the Two of Wands or something here. There's that kind of feeling. And I think the reason we're not seeing that is that Spirit's saying that it's not a time where you're at a crossroads to make decision, that these things can actually work together. Oh, okay. Thank you, Spirit. So it's just about the fact that you can be on one path and still be hoping for another path. So I just saw this thing like say someone likes like sweets or ice cream or something like that, that you can, be going to dinner with your friends or your family or whoever, just having dinner at home. And you can still know that like ice cream is still on the schedule type of thing. So somehow, but they're not going to maybe be at the same time, like obviously, but I don't know. So something like that. So that's kind of the core of that message, if it makes sense. So it's the thing about, so before I was saying something about it's not a sign to let go. I'm not going to say those words again because I don't see cards to that effect, but it is something about that, just focusing and getting some stuff done, whether it's a person or an opportunity, while there might be, while you have to do something else, while you're still keeping your heart open. Thank you, Spirit. Heart open to the thing that you've been trying to manifest. And maybe the reason the message is coming up like this, which is a little bit different sometimes than like in terms of staying open, is because this is during a period where there is the portal and manifestation, and manifestation is about, kind of like the law of attraction on those types of things. And that's something that unfolds and it takes time. And so it's not one thing that just like shows up, or you just give up because it's not working out. But at the same time, it's not something that asks you to wait. It's a dynamic process. There could be rainbows as well that people are seeing, and look for rainbows in unexpected places. I guess, what does that mean, the Spirit? I think maybe you might be, going somewhere, driving somewhere, and it might not be, you might be focused on something else. You might suddenly realize that you see a little bit of a rainbow in the sky, or you see it through a glass, or you see it in a picture, or something like that. You might even see it through mirror placements. Spirit guides, angels, and ancestors. What else do we have there? Okay, yes. Wow. Okay, so now this message is coming through quite a bit. Okay. Okay, there's one last message coming. I'm going to use this deck here too. So we talked about this. So because, kind of going back again to this portal and manifestation, because something still needs to be ironed out in a way for how you want it. Now, whether you're the one ironing out, or the universe is, or spirit is, or the other person, I'm not sure. You'll know best. It might be the situation or the other person or something, but there are still little tweaks that are being made. So you might not have to make tweaks, but you might have to adjust to those tweaks. You know, if something's changing, like for example, say you expected, again, just an example, you expected to like hear back from a job by a certain time, or from a person by a certain time, and you haven't. So it's not that you're like saying, okay, I'm never going to hear from this person again, blah, 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 I'm going to cut them off. But at the time, you have to adjust a little bit without making them the center of your decision making. You have to adjust a little bit to like, what is, how am I moving forward here? Okay, so I was expecting this card early through the tarot, didn't come through, but transformation. Okay. Yeah, so things are changing at a deep level. So things are changing either for you at a deep level. I feel though for some of the people who will see this message, you might have already gone through some of this healing, or you're in the middle of it, or you're at the tail end of it. This is for somebody else too. This kind of goes back to here. There's some transformation happening. And for those of you focused on somebody, there's some transformation happening in that person. They're learning to deal with their ego, or their perception of self, or what is success, or what is love, what is balance, what is right. So it's just, there needs to be a little bit more time, I guess. But time doesn't have to be linear. Think about time in a more philosophical kind of way. Something is transforming, something is shifting, something is changing. And when that happens, sometimes it takes time for that to happen. But the reason the time message is here, I think, is not so much about telling you that to wait or not wait. The time is here to explain to you, or to let you know that something's coming of this time. Like something's actually happening. Like you're actually baking a cake. Like at the end of it, it's not going to be just batter. It's going to be this cake. Like there's going to be something else, and it's going to be healing, and it's something that helps you. I want to say us. So it helps everyone. It helps, if it's a person, move forward, or it helps you get on the right path again. Okay, last message of spirit. So as we end the 7, oh, how beautiful. I was going to be like, as we end the 777 reading, again, it doesn't matter when you find it, but it's out of the energy of that manifestation energy, which is how the messages have come out. We have also all that glitter. So despite all the kind of details that we talked about, there is abundance here at the end for everything. Obviously, there is that saying, all that glitter is not gold. And so some of you can use some of the messages here on this time to figure out, like we were talking about, adjustments or figuring something out, to realize where you want to put more of your emphasis on, like here or here, like that kind of thing. So that's how I would take that. Like, where is your gold? Like in terms of all that glitters, like which one is your gold? But your gold is there. Like all that glitter is not gold, but there is gold. Like gold does glitter. So that is there, and there is a mountain of it, and it is there for you to see, and you will be able to see it when you're your most authentic self, and you're not feeling the need to I don't want to use like the word hide or masks, but like when you're most aligned with yourself, when you're so aligned with yourself that you don't even have to it just comes so naturally. Yeah. So when you stop worrying, so if there's anything you're worried about, we all worry about something. Some of us a lot, some of us a little bit, but there's always something that keeps us up at night. So, in this period of like special abundance, like let those go. Understand that the universe is always working in your favor. Try to align with that universal frequency, and understand that the best days are still kind of here, and they're in front of you. And it's just about like living in this moment to see it happen, and that people or things or situations, that the universe sees you, in this kind of perfect way, in this, like, you're a perfect soul. So understand that your dreams are coming true as well. Just a quick message about something about motherhood or parenthood, or I didn't want to end on that, but let me just see. Again, okay, so I know I got a message about parenthood or motherhood or guardianship or something like that. So maybe I'll save that for a different collective reading, because I'm going to try and do some more of those. But whatever that is, if any of you, that kind of hits any of you, what I'm getting is that it's, again, that healing, like something's happening at a cellular level. So that might make sense to some of you. Because I can see a certain image in my head. And so if something about the words I'm using makes sense, then that's meant for you. That things are healing, or things happen for at that most basic, deep cellular biological level, and it's for things to be better, right? What does healing mean? That things like you cut yourself, you're bruised, it heals, like the skin comes together again, it becomes intact. I don't want to use it like in the general way, like healing, but like that's what it means. Like things that what was ailing you, that wound, is going to patch itself up. So that's one message there. That's for general, and specifically with one regarding like maybe family or a loved one or being a guardian or something. Okay, so that was for 777 manifestation. Whenever you find this, it is asking you, even if you find it at a different time, to think about the power that lies within you and the ability that you have to manifest in your own future and as well as in the universe. So I hope to do some more readings a little bit more often. I hope that even if one message resonated with someone, then that is what the purpose of this reading was. Okay. Thank you so much, and have a wonderful full moon upcoming this week. Okay. Take care. Bye.